What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting Flask tutorial. Today I will discuss two important topics in Flask, which are session and redirect to the pages. Okay, so these two are very important in Flask. So let's see how we can easily learn these two things. So let's here in my tutorial I will be try to create a login form. So with that login form I will show you how to use that session and how to use that redirect functions, okay, which are provided by the Flask. So this is my home base. So here it is redirecting to the index.html. So this is the index.html. So this is the result page which we can access this after if the credentials are correct. We have to access login page. Okay, so this is the idea. So here we have to refresh this page and there you can see welcome to the login page. So uh, here we have to create the form. So I have copy paste this thing. So this is nothing. So here I have discussed earlier. Okay, here action is this thing. Action is referring to slash. So the home root. So immediately, so this all went to here. Uh, so we can access all this stuff in this function. So because this root is slash, right? So we are providing action equal to slash. And the method, so method is equals post, so we are posting these values to there, and we are creating three input fields for the text, and this is for the email, and this is for the password. So here the email has to be unique, so we have to log in. The login credentials must be verified according to this email. Okay, so here we are not connecting any database connectivity to it. So I maybe in future videos I will tell you how to connect this login page to the database. So here in this video I am only referencing to the default values. So like if email is this thing, then only we can access this, they access this page. So like that I will tell you in this video. Okay, so that's it guys. So from here we have to grab the values. So here method is equals post. Let me import the request here, request. So let's firstly import. Let me declare the methods available in the Flask. Methods is equals get oops get comma post. So here if request dot method is equals post, then we have to grab the name, email, and also password. Sorry, yeah, password, and request dot form my name. Just copy this thing, paste it same for the we have to pass here email, and this is for the password. Alright guys, we have successfully accessed the values. So here we have to write add condition. If email is equals this admin @gmail.com and password is equals 345. So password is this thing. So we have to, if both the credentials are correct, we have to redirect me to a new root, which is slash result, and we have to create a function for this, and it has to return me to the result page, which is result.html. So what's happening here is, if the credentials are correct, it has to redirect me to this function, right? So here I am using redirect method. Now I am not using render template, I am using redirect method to redirect me to this particular URL. So for this I have to import firstly redirect here. redirect, and if you are importing redirect, just also import URL for. So this redirect method has taken this URL for inside the brackets. So inside the brackets of URL for, we have to pass the function name. Here in this case it is res. Okay, so we have to pass the function name here. So and yes, we successfully returned to this thing, but here we have one constraint. So what is that constraint means? If any outsider try to access this result page, then he simply say like slash result, and the result page will be opened. So to avoid this thing, we have to create sessions. So sessions are like it will store the data temporarily. So for example, if you visit any website and you log in into that website, so if you are inactive for 2 to 3 hours, and if you try to access that website again, we need not to log in again, because we have logged in previously, and the session will store our details, and we this will make us to re-log in again, to not to re-log in again. Okay, so that's the use of the sessions. We can actually limit the storage capacity, storage time of these sessions. Okay, we may set to this for months. If you inactive for month, if you inactive for 1 month, then it will automatically deletes the data, and if you try to access after 1 month, we have to re-log into that website again. So that's the use of the session. So try to import the session here, just type session. Okay, that's it. So here uh, after verifying the credentials, we have to create the session. So to do this session, square brackets, we have to pass the session name. In my case, it is logged in, and assigning this value to true. That means email credentials have been verified, and it has to redirect me to this page. Here I am passing a else statement, which is render me to the same page if the credentials is incorrect, which is index.html. And here we are coming to here, we have to add one constraint to avoid that outsiders outsiders trick. Okay, so we have to avoid that outsiders trick. For this I have to write an if condition. We have to pass the session name here. If logged in is our session name, right, is in the session, that means if this condition is true, if this condition is true, the logged in is stored in the session, right? So if this logged in is in the session, we have to do this stuff. We have to redirect, render the template to the else result.html. Else it has to return me to the same page, which is in next.html. So here we have to write like login success. Let me save this thing and save this thing. And note, key point to notice, if you are creating the session, we have to create a secret key for our app. So for the app.secret key is equals, and type any message here. In my case, hello cosmos is my secret key. So why the secret key is not to expose the session data. Okay, so if any attacker attacks the data, he has this secret key to see that session data. Okay, so for this we have to create the session key. So not this much easier, so you have to create a complex key, like combination of special characters, numbers and characters, like that. Okay, so that's it. I think we are done. Let me just run this code, and if we reload this page, we grab these values. So we are filling these with the correct credentials, and hit enter, and it is saying URL not found, please try again later. So result. So we have to have another return statement, which is the default page. In my case it is index.html. And there you go. Here we have successfully logged into this session. So the main difference between this redirect and the render template is the redirect has two values, which is URL for, which is by default, and we have to pass the function name here. So the function name is res, we are redirecting, we have to redirect to this particular function, so we have to pass this function name, and this redirect render template will take index.html as parameter. Okay, now we have to create a logout button here. So href slash logout is my root, which I will declare now, and I'm creating a button. So the button is logout, and we have to add close this anchor tag, right? So when I click on button, it has to redirect to the slash um, logout root. So let's quickly create logout root. So we successfully created a logout root here. So what has to do is when user click on the logout button, we have to pop the data which is present in the session. So session dot pop, and inside the brackets we have to pass the session name. In my case the session name is logged in, right? So we have to pop out this, remove this logged in from the session, and this condition will become false. And if the outsider try to access the page with slash result, and this condition is triggered, and this returns the false, and it will go to the else section, and it will redirect to the index.html. Okay, that's it. So if the user puts if user hits the logout button, it will redirect me to the index.html. So let's run this code and see, refresh this page, and if you click on logout, there you go, just come back to the logout part. So if you try to access the result page now, result, and it is automatically redirecting to this page. So let me try to access this page again. Password is 12345 and hit on submit. There you go, login success. So that's it for today guys. So see you guys in the next video. Peace out.